What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel. We're here to speak the truth. We're honest. We give our takes on professional wrestling. It is Friday night, April 18th, 2025. And we're here to talk about Friday Night Smackdown. Plus, we're going to give our Wrestlemania predictions. I kind of figured that the Smackdown show, always like a Smackdown show to a pay-per-view go home, it always feels like a throwaway. So I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone, and let's do the WrestleMania predictions tonight, because the SmackDown review is probably gonna be very quick. Um, the ending of the show with Cody Rhodes and John Cena, that was incredible. Cody Rhodes is a special talent. Okay, to have the crowd booing you like you did. And I was watching that and I'm like, whoa, this crowd is going for John Cena. They want to see John Cena win the 17th championship. Cody Rhodes cuts his promo and he's got the fans back on his side. They're chanting his name. That was unbelievable. And Cody Rhodes, it's the stuff like that that makes Cody Rhodes one of the best in the world. And he proved it tonight with that promo. And we also had the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. And we also had a match that got announced for SmackDown next week that should have been on the WrestleMania card. And that pissed me off. I did not like that at all. That TLC match should at 100% be taking place this weekend at WrestleMania. So we'll get into the show. I appreciate you guys for joining me here on the channel tonight. Be sure to subscribe. All right, this is probably, I'd say right now, the hottest the channel's ever been. Okay, we have gained so many subscribers over the last couple days, couple weeks. We're nearing 700 subscribers. We're getting up and up and up. I'm starting to think of goals to when to get to that big number, that big 1,000, the big 1 and the 000. Okay, gotta start setting some goals for when to get to there. But I don't know when that would be the case, but we'll figure it out. But of course, we have WrestleMania this weekend, and you're not gonna want to miss those reviews. Tomorrow night and Sunday, I will be going over WrestleMania here on the Big Fight Field channel. And we'll go ahead and we'll get started with SmackDown, and then we will do our WrestleMania predictions, okay? So there was a lot of Raw stars on the show tonight. I would say the first half of the show, we had Raw superstars, wrestlers on the show. Seth Rollins, he cut a promo cross-legged, just like CM Punk, sitting down with the cross legs. And he talks about CM Punk and how he wanted to get back in the wrestling business. And he's back in the WWE. But when he first came back to professional wrestling, it was not in the WWE ring. And he goes to talk about how CM Punk doesn't care about the WWE. CM Punk doesn't care about the WWE universe. CM Punk only cares about himself. And then he talks about the OTC, Roman Reigns. And he never calls him Roman Reigns. He always refers to him as the OTC. And he talks about how the OTC doesn't even hide that he doesn't care about the fans. He says he could give a rat's ass about the fans. Roman Reigns could care less about the WWE. Roman Reigns has gone on record and said he wants to get less physical in the next coming years. Less states, the part-time schedule, even more part-time. Roman Reigns does not care about the industry, and that's why I have to win this match. This match means the world to me, and the industry needs to be in the right place so that I'm gonna win on tomorrow night. So I thought it was a good promo from Seth. The story is You obviously have the ties with Punk and Heyman. Heyman is going to be in Punk's corner. And that ticks off Roman because Paul Heyman is Roman's wise man. And Seth knows in his mind that CM Punk does not care about WWE. Roman Reigns does not care about WWE. Seth Rollins does. And to show that, Seth Rollins has to go out there and win this match. So I love the story with these three guys. And I've seen pitches for Punk to win. I've seen pitches for Rollins to win. We'll go over it once we're done talking about the show. But I thought that was a very good promo from Seth Rollins. We had the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. You guys know, OGs of the channel, you guys know, I hate Battle Royals. Okay? Mr. Conlon hates Battle Royals. And they're not important until like the last 4-5 guys. So we're at the final 4. Rey Fenix, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, and Shinsuke Nakamura. And Andrade eliminates Shinsuke Nakamura. So we're down to 3. And Chad Gable was in this match earlier. And Chad Gable got eliminated by Rey Fenix. And Rey Fenix made the mistake that he was on the top rope in a battle royal. And Chad Gable got eliminated from him earlier. Out comes El Grande Americano with his mask on and a black hoodie. And he tosses Rey Fenix over the top rope, costing him the match. So it's down to Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. And I'm like, Andrade is so good to not be featured on television every single week. This has to be his moment. And it was not his moment. Carmelo Hayes won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. The Miz was there to celebrate with him. And maybe this means that we get big things for Carmelo Hayes in 2025. That would be nice. He was very much underutilized. I would have liked to see Andrade win this match. But honestly, I'm okay with our Carmelo Hayes win here. He was one of the more underutilized superstars in the last year, in my opinion. So seeing him get this win the night before WrestleMania, good for him. Good for him that he got the win. Kind of a pointless segment here. We had Rhea Ripley, Io, Bianca Belair all go promo battle again. And then out came Naomi. And Naomi talked about how Bianca finally wants to show back up to Smackdown. And she hasn't answered her emails, her texts, her calls. And she knows she's getting them because Bianca has left her undelivered. And Bianca's like, I'm not going through this right now. I have a match to focus on. I have a championship to win. I have no time to focus on you or Jade Cargill. And out comes Jade. And Jade speed walks down to the ring. And Naomi goes to hide behind Bianca. And Jade goes, you're protecting Naomi now. You're here to protect Naomi because you're standing in front of her. And then Rhea Ripley gets in her face and is like, Jade, this is not your time. And Jade gets shoved by Naomi. And we get a huge brawl. Everybody but the women's heavyweight champion, Io Sky, they're all brawling. Io takes action to this. Moonsault off the top rope. Io right now is the most over women's wrestler in the division. It would be a mistake if she lost, in my opinion, because she's gotten so over from this three-way feud, which the story, how they got there, made absolutely no sense. But the match should be great. So we'll talk about that later. Motor City Machine Guns against the Street Profits for the tag team titles. It got ruined once DIY came in, caused a disqualification, and they attacked the Machine Guns, attacked the Street Profits, stole the tag team titles. They come back from commercial break. They're storming out of the arena with the tag team titles. Nick Aldis and security stops them. The Street Profits arrive. Motor City arrives. And Nick Aldis says, "We're going to settle this once and for all." And he says next week. And once he says the words next week, this crowd in Las Vegas booed the heck out of Nick Aldis. And Aldis announces that next week it's going to be those three teams in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. And I'm here thinking to myself that match on WrestleMania would have been an absolute banger. But instead, we have to see the New Day against the War Raiders. Nothing against those teams, but they've had a build for 2 weeks. They've had a 2-week build where these three teams have really been going at it since the Royal Rumble 2 months ago. So this match should have been on WrestleMania over the New Day and the War Raiders. I was pissed about that. That this tables, ladders, and chairs match is going to be on Smackdown next week and not on the pay-per-view this weekend. That sucks. Randy Orton's cutting a promo, and he's issuing an open challenge. That's the big story here. He says, if you're a wrestler in the back and you have boots, or you're a commentator and you have boots, or you're someone in the crowd and you want to be a professional wrestler, accept my challenge, but just know, when you get in the ring with me, I can't remember what he said. When you get in the ring with me, you will fall to the three most destructive letters, RKO. So obviously someone's coming back. And I think that someone is Aleister Black. I think Aleister Black would be perfect for this open challenge from Randy Orton. Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green non-title. Zelina Vega ended up winning that match. We're going to go through these very quickly because I kind of want to get to the WrestleMania predictions. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa is a disqualification when Jacob Fatu gets involved. So it's a 2-on-1 attack. And out comes Braun Strowman to even up the odds. General Manager Aldis comes out and makes it a tag team match. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu against LA Knight and Braun Strowman. They had a fun match. I thought this match was good. LA Knight and Strowman got the win after Knight hit the BFT on Solo. And he stared down with Jacob Fatu after the match. We had a match made earlier in the night for later on in the show. That match was the American Made, that's the Creed brothers and Chad Gable, against Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and Rey Fenix. And the story about this match, or coming out of this match, is Rey Mysterio might legitimately be injured. And Rey Mysterio, he's not in his prime anymore. He is getting up there in age. He is still a great wrestler. But putting a guy like that in the ring the night before his WrestleMania match was a dumb move. And now he had to get carried out tonight because of a freak accident with Brutus Creed. And now we don't know if Rey Mysterio is going to wrestle tomorrow night. That sucks. This match should have never happened. Never. The baby faces get the win against American Made. And then the main event segment was Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Cody Rhodes couldn't even get a word off before John Cena interrupted him. John Cena talked about legacy. John Cena talked about the fans again. And he says, they don't matter. He says, are you going to do what matters to them, or are you going to do what matters to yourself and win? He says, I know you're tough and I know you're grizzled, but do what you didn't do at Elimination Chamber and be a man. He said, I'll admit, after I won the Elimination Chamber, I knew it was going to be impossible to beat you at WrestleMania, but then you changed it all after what you said to The Rock. And he said, you proved to yourself that you're just a kid from Atlanta, Georgia. And he said, now I went from thinking it's impossible to beat you that you don't stand a chance against me on Sunday night. And Cody starts talking. And Cody he's getting booed out of the building. And this promo that Cody cut, he got the fans on his side so quickly. I was so impressed with his promo, getting the fans back on his side like he did. And they went from booing him to chanting his name. And then Cena tried to hit the attitude adjustment. Cody countered it into a crossroads. They cheered for Cody. They sang his song. That's how you know Cody Rhodes is one of the best wrestlers in the world, man. It's not just what you do in the ring. It's how you do on the microphone, the connection, the power that you have over an audience. Cody Rhodes has that power. That was an incredible closing segment to Smackdown tonight. So, very quickly before we get out of here, let's go ahead and give our WrestleMania predictions. Night 1 tomorrow, we have 7 matches already confirmed kicking off the show. For the World Heavyweight Championship, Jey Uso against Gunther. And the whole story would be pointless if Jey Uso does not walk out of Allegiant Stadium as the World Heavyweight Champion. This whole push that he's been getting for 2 years, main event Jey Uso, yeeting, all pointless if he does not win tomorrow night. Jey Uso's got to win this match. So I'm going to take Jey Uso to beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jade Cargill against not Bianca Belair, Naomi. They've had a really good build to their match. The segment they had together with Bianca Belair in Philly when I was at the show, that was a great segment. And they've had some really good stuff during their build. I'm just not that excited about the match. The match is going to be forgotten about. I'm sorry. There's better stuff on the card. And the build was great. I don't know if the match is going to live up to the expectation that the build got. So I will take Jade Cargill for the win because I don't see this feud going on past WrestleMania. LA Knight defends the United States Championship against Jacob Fatu, and there's no way Jacob Fatu is losing this match. Jacob Fatu is walking out as the United States Champion. The New Day and the War Raiders for the tag team titles, the World Tag Team Championships. I don't care. This match should not be on WrestleMania. The 3-way TLC match should be on WrestleMania instead of this. I'll go ahead and I'll take the New Day to win the World Tag Team Championships. Rey Mysterio against El Grande Americano. We don't know the status of Rey Mysterio. If it's a short-term injury, if it's a long-term injury, really the outcome of this match um, the outcome of this match will be decided by the health of Rey Mysterio, in my opinion now. And considering he's healthy, I think this feud continues past WrestleMania. I think the final match we get with these guys is loser loses their mask. I think this is where it's going. So I'm going to take El Grande Americano to win this match at WrestleMania and continue the feud with Rey Mysterio. Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. I got to admit, with the segment that they had 2 weeks ago, that absolute mess of a segment, all the trash talking online, I have no hope for this match. No hope whatsoever. And my prediction is, I don't believe with Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair wrestling tomorrow night. They are both the 2025 Royal Rumble winners. I don't believe that both Royal Rumble winners are going to win on the same night. So I'm going to take Tiffany Stratton to retain her championship. That probably means Charlotte is going to win now. But I will go ahead and I will pick the correct result, and I will take Tiffany Stratton. And then the main event, the three-way CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. A lot of people are talking about how Seth Rollins is going to win. Paul Heyman's going to turn on both Roman Reigns and CM Punk, and he's going to side with Seth Rollins. I don't see it happening that way. There's no way they're going to be talking about CM Punk main eventing WrestleMania for the first time, hyping this up since he got back to the WWE just for him to lose. Nah. It's not happening. CM Punk for the win to close off the show tomorrow night. And then we get to Sunday. We get to Easter Sunday, night 2 of WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair. I want to take Io badly. I think Io should absolutely win this match and keep the title based off the story. But I'm going to take Bianca Belair. I don't know why. She's got that undefeated streak at WrestleMania. Seems like she's going heel finally. I'm going to take Bianca for the win. She's walking out as the new Women's World Heavyweight Champion. AJ Styles, Logan Paul. I'll take Logan Paul. This should be a great match, though. If this is anything but a great match, I'll be disappointed because they're both really good. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, street fight. Drew McIntyre should win this match. Let's be real. Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way. We have Penta, Dominic, Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Braun Breaker. My original prediction was going to be Penta winning the Intercontinental Championship, but I think it would make more sense if Dominic won it first, and then Penta beats Dominic for the IC Championship in the future. Braun Breaker is going to move up to the World Heavyweight Championship scene. Dominic wins the Intercontinental Championship by pinning Finn Balor. We heard from Randy Orton tonight. He's doing an open challenge at WrestleMania. I think that open challenge is going to be answered by none other than Malachi Black. And I think Malachi Black is going to beat Randy Orton at WrestleMania, making a huge statement in his return to the WWE. Women's Tag Team Championships, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Bayley and Lyra are a makeshift tag team. Liv and Raquel are an actual tag team. I will take Liv and Raquel to retain the tag team championships. And then the main event of all WrestleMania on night 2 for the WWE Championship, John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Does Cena win 17? Does Cody Rhodes keep the championship for the fans? Cena's got to win 17. He's retiring in 8 months. This is really his last chance. So John Cena is walking out to end WrestleMania a 17-time world champion. And that's your SmackDown review and WrestleMania predictions. I will see you guys tomorrow night to talk about night 1 of WrestleMania right here on the Big Fight Field channel. Subscribe, comment down below, hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. Follow me on all social media platforms, Twitter, TikTok, all the good stuff. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy and love wrestling. Peace.